Um, Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how I made this Northern Light remix from Deltarune. I think I made this remix project in like a single session, so it's really not much work, and I'll explain how I made like each part of it. So first, all of the piano in this arrangement is native instrument noir scoring felt preset, and it sounds pretty good without the effects on. It sounds like it's a little bit too loud. Oops. So it is just this loop, and I added a dotted delay, which basically makes it more like the original song in Deltarune Chapter 3. And it's a ping pong delay, so it goes left and then right, and then I put a reverb on it. So yeah, so the intro is just this piano, and then I introduce another track of piano. It has the same sound, but I just like put it as another track. It's probably because I don't want to edit the MIDI all in one clip, because it's like I don't want to do that, so I just. And this one is the Once Upon a Time from Undertale. The reason I put this in is, well, Deltarune's Before the Story has this melody too. So I kind of want to emulate the feeling of Before the Story, which is like the title screen feeling. So I put this in, and then I added the glockenspiel. I think in Before the Story there's also this very high-pitched bell sound or glock, and I layered this with the piano. It's very subtle. It's not very loud, but you can notice it in the background. And oh yeah, of course, the piano loop here, it's down an octave, then the intro. So it goes from and down an octave. Yeah, so that's still some like piano stuff. And here I add the string. I believe this is just the Undertale string. It is a sound font. So I put it in the sampler, added some reverb, and I adjust the attack a little bit to give it a little bit of rise at the start. And I also added this bass. This is also just sampled without any effects. So you can kind of hear the mix here. That's it for this part. Then I introduced the flute. This is also just a sample flute, which is, I think, is used in Undertale and Deltarune. Or I think it's just like SGM sound font, so with reverb. And this part is pretty interesting. So it's like a Lost Girl melody, but I added a ton of effects on it, so it's not very noticeable. It's like in the background. This is a guitar sound font that is used in a couple of Undertale and Deltarune tracks. And I also put a dotted ping pong, no, not ping pong delay. Yeah, and I put reverb on it without the effects. So, same for the piano. And overall it feels very good. So you just add the flute, which is very clear, and these two have the kind of blurry sound in the background, which really adds a lot of character. And the last part, so I think there's something happening in the piano, the first track. Yeah, I turn off the delay, and I also did the sustain pedal all over, so it's kind of messy here, like here. Which is why the reason I turn off the delay, basically. It sounds a little bit muddy, to be honest, but in the mix it sounds not too bad, so I kept it. And this little piano melody on the top. And also, I think this little flute, or some kind of wind instrument, it's slightly not on the key, so it's slightly detuned, but I didn't notice it when I export the track and put it on YouTube, because I didn't really listen to it that much that I can spot the actual problem here. So but it's still great. It's just like detuned and whatever. It gives you a kind of uncomfortable feeling. And whoa, there's some volume change. So I use Ableton's utility. It's an effect. You can drag it in and make an automation on the gain. So it's like turning the volume up and then down and then up. So it creates this effect that it's kind of like, sometimes it is close to your ear, sometimes it is not. I think I cut the string early because I don't want it to have a lot of reverb on the very end. And what I did on the end, I think it's on the master track, I faded out. So like I put a utility on it, I fade it out to negative infinity, so it doesn't like have a long river tail that is not muted. And I just cram it up with the limiter, and that's it. What else? Yeah, I think that's basically all of the project. Alright, thank you for watching, and have a good day.